Okay, so when making a table, whether it's a dining table or a side table or a coffee table, the first place that I start is getting my tabletop prepped. We're gonna be using simple pine in this project for our basic table. I've got a 1x12 here, and I've got another 1x6, and we're gonna be edge gluing those together to make the top. So to join our boards together, you can just straight edge glue them and clamp them, and that'll work. But if you have access to a biscuit joiner or a plate joiner, it's a good idea to just throw a few biscuits in there. That'll help keep them together, keep them in line. So here's how we do that. First, I'm gonna take my board and I'm gonna mark where I'm gonna put my biscuits. Line up the old arrow there. And then you've got these little biscuits, these little wafers that are going to go in there. So you slide them into the little slot that you just cut. And it'll help keep your board lined up. And that's the biscuit joiner. On to glue up. Okay, and on to glue up now. If you have access to bar clamps are gonna be your good friend in order to get your tabletop flat. It's gonna give it a nice flat surface, and it's gonna give it clamping pressure across the joint. Often I recommend just taking a little bit of blue tape and slapping it on there just to keep any squeeze out from gluing down to your clamps. Okay, so set your board in there so that the glue joints are perpendicular to the clamping pressure so that it clamps it in nice and tight. You're gonna separate these back out again. Little bit of glue. Make sure you get it down in that biscuit slot there. And then just spread it around so you get nice even gluing all the way across the joint. Just enough pressure to get that squeeze out. then it's never a bad idea to take a damp rag or paper towel and just wipe clean as much of this glue that's squeezed out off the top of your table. That will show up when you go to put a finish on it. So you want to kind of clean that up. It also reduces the amount of work that you have to do when you go to do the cleanup. Now, if you have access to a planer, that's probably the quickest way to get this done. If you don't have access to a planer, a hand plane will do the trick, or a simple sander will get it done. Belt sander, orbital sander, palm sander, any of those sanders will work to get this job done. We have access to a planer, so we're gonna go ahead and throw this through. Ear protection. So again, here we have access to a drum sander. If you don't have access to a drum sander to do this final sanding, go ahead and hit it with an orbital sander. Just remember to sand through those grits. Start with, say, 80, move up to 120 and 220. Let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna put a quick round over on our edge here. I've got it set up so that it's gonna just knock the edge off so that we don't have quite as sharp angles on the top. All right, guys, so that was the tabletop build. If you like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and go ahead and watch the full table build. Thanks for watching.